Hello children of the universe and welcome back to my channel, Makeup and Science. My name is Darky and today I am doing my first ever first impression of new makeup. So this here is the Baroque palette from Colourpop's Dark Bloom collection, and this is their No Filter Concealer Fair 00, which is a pure white, and I'm using that as an eye primer. This is their setting powder in translucent, my first ever setting powder. Next up is Colourpop's blush that's also from the Dark Blooms collection in the colour Vogue. Next up is my first product from Kaleidos, and I finally have a real contouring palette. This is in the colour Warm Medium. Also from them, I got their Space Age Prophecy, which is a highlighter, and it is a multi-chrome highlighter that shifts between orange and green. Alright, so let's get started. First off, the concealer for my eyes. Now, this is the second time I'm actually filming this, so I originally filmed my first impressions with me talking through my tutorial, whatever. But I had to scrap all the footage. It was just bad footage. So I'm doing exactly the same process, exactly the same colors and design, except I'm doing a voiceover because family was home and they're making a racket in the background, so I figured I'll just do a voiceover. Also, the only other thing I changed is I didn't do a comparison between the concealer on my eye and the Urban Decay Primer Potion on the other eye. So, what happened? As you can see, there's like a dry patch on my left eye. So, your right, my left. Anyway, so I thought I was just having my usual seasonal eczema, which is actually quite new for me. But then I started wondering if it was a makeup allergy reaction. So, this was a great way to test that. I had the No Filter concealer on my right eye and the Urban Decay on my left eye. Went to work, so it was a 14-hour wear test because I work night shift. So I put it on at 6 o'clock at night and took it off 8 o'clock the next morning. My left eye got so swollen. I actually have a photo on my phone. I might upload it later to Instagram. It swelled up so much, like almost double the size, and it was so itchy. I could not wait to get home and take my makeup off because it hurt so badly. Alright, so going in now with the Baroque palette, and I'm starting off with the color Grand. Um, it's like a really deep, almost black, grayish blue with some shimmers running through it. So the other differences I found with the primers, um, Urban Decay seems to just like stick in the one spot, which makes it difficult to blend. And then I found with the No Filter Concealer that blendability was amazing. I mean, it is amazing. So I was actually having some discrepancies between the two eyes because I was like, oh wow, this is blending so lovely on my right eye, and then I'd go to do it on the left eye with the Urban Decay, and I was like, why is it not working? um, so yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold on it. So I'm probably never going to use the Urban Decay one again. I pretty much want to just throw it in the bin, but I hate wasting money. So, I mean, if it doesn't react on other people, I could use it on other people, or I can just use it once in a blue moon when I don't want things to blend, and I just won't use it like every day or every week or anything like that. So yes, that is my feedback. If you have sensitive skin or if you have allergies such as eczema, um, I would not recommend it. Um, it also could be like it's a very drying formula. So even though the no filter feels drier, I don't think it is drying in the way that the Urban Decay might feel wet. It might actually be, absorbing moisture from the actual skin, which is a problem. So just here I am using I believe it's the shader angle brush, and I'm sort of just blending that color out. And that's all blended out now on both sides. And then I'm going in with the color Stunner, which is the darkest color in the palette. And I'm just going to use that to darken the outer corners. And then, yeah, just blend that into the original color. So I'm using the Sigma pencil brush. So yeah, with these colors, as just like I found with every other Colourpop shade that I have used, it has really good blendability and work really great on top of each other. There is no patchiness of any kind. It's all very comfortable on the lid. I mean, I think this is the usual amount of Colourpop fallout, but that doesn't bother me. Especially because I started doing like my eyes first and then face later. Um, it's so easy to clean away. It's not like it sticks to the skin and then you can't get rid of it. I've also found that with the no filter concealer, I can sort of like wipe away the excess or like, clean the line up with my finger, which is awesome. Because then I don't have to use like as much skin colored concealer later to like correct the shape, if you know what I mean. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm just cleaning up the shape a little bit with my fingers. It's really that easy. Alright, now I'm going in with the color Noble for the spotlight in the middle of the eye. So I think this is a duochrome. So the base color is like brownie tone, and then it has like a metallic shimmer running through it that seems to blend between the bronze bluish green shine. Um, and also I didn't expect that to come out the way it did on the eyelid. It's really lovely. It's quite metallic, but then it just seems to marry all the colors together, which is odd because it's a brown, um, but it just works. I think it probably complements all skin types. I especially because if you're using it with the dark tones, it just sort of, I don't know, it just looks good, and I'd love to see it on different skin tones to see how, which colors come forth or dominate depending on the background color. Okay, going in now with the Sigma blending brush just to soften the edges. And then I'm going to go in with the color Ritzy from the Baroque palette. Uh, this is also a sort of beigey brownie base color. And that's just to help, I guess, get rid of the stark whiteness of the base and sort of bring it back down to a neutral color for me so it can blend out to my natural skin tone a bit better. Just Going back in with the darkest tone there, Stunner, just to darken the look back up again. Um, which is what you do when you're making a look. You start off with your base colors, move along, more colors, more blending, and sometimes you just have to go back and deepen everything up again. And here, just dragging that down to my bottom line, I do like to connect the bottom line up with the top so it's just flowing and there's no sort of stop-start with the eye look. Going in again with the color Noble on the bottom lid, and that's just matching up with the top lid. Start off with a pencil brush, but end up just going in with my fingers because fingers are the best applicators. Okay, happy with that. Move on with using the skin colored concealer from Mecca to clean up my under eye, and I'll come back with my foundation done as well. So I used the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish foundation along with the Natio blending sponge. So now I'm going in with the Colourpop setting powder in translucent, and I'm just using my big Young Blood kabuki brush, which I used to use for foundation but haven't used for quite a while now. So I have found this setting powder to be a saving grace because Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Foundation cost 106 Australian dollars and I hated it. um, it was just so sticky and wet and it would split through the day. So I thought, I wasted my money on such an expensive, like bougie brand. And I'm like, why did I bother? The thing is, I'm used to using powder foundations. Like my favorite foundation product is Young Blood Loose Mineral Foundation. Um, but in using the Colourpop setting powder, it has made the Pat McGrath foundation work for me. So I guess all I needed was a setting powder. And the foundation looks amazing. It sits well on my face all day, all night. I'm in very hot weather. I mean, it is 40 degrees tomorrow. Um, I went out with a girlfriend the other night and came home. Makeup still looked freaking amazing. It's flawless. So thank you, Colourpop. You have saved my money pretty much and made a not so great foundation work amazingly for me now. It's probably just user error, like, I don't know, I'm just not used to liquid foundations. And now I'm going in with the Kaleidos contouring palette. So there's 3 colors and the instruction on the box has like fill, shade and highlight. I don't bother using the highlight because I'm obviously going to use a highlighter for that. So this is the filling part, I believe, which is like the warmest shade, and it's the mid-tone. And damn, I went really ham by accident. I am going to blend that out later. So yes, that's like the main sort of shadow or the bronzing product, I presume. So just layering that in the hollows of my cheeks first. Now just doing my temples. So I found the product to sit on the skin amazingly. It actually worked with my skin tone very well. It blended wonderfully. I cannot fault this product in any way. And I love the next step, I think, even more because that sort of, it's a grey tone and it just finishes off defining the face. So for this darker shade, I chose to use a more precise brush. So this is the Sigma E60 large shader brush. And I just help sort of make sure that I'm precisely putting that darker, deeper shadow exactly where I want it. And which is great for contouring the sides of the nose. Um, so I broke my nose, gosh, maybe 10, 11 years ago on New Year's Eve. It was really far out. And I'm like, God, there's no way to fix this if I go to the hospital. Like, there's no way they're gonna fix it. They're just gonna leave it broken because the swelling, you can't do anything once the swelling's there. So I'm like, oh no, 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 something's wrong, something's wrong. I get up off the floor, push past everyone to get to the bathroom, see myself in the mirror. My nose is like all the way to my left. I'm like, shit, 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 shit. I still can't feel anything. I can't feel any pain. I can feel like the adrenaline running through me. I'm like, okay, I need to fix this myself. So I grab it and I just start pulling it over back to the center. And cover your ears if this grosses you out. I could just hear it was like rock grinding on stone. It was like two stones going, and I could just like hear it through my skull, like ringing in my ears. It was probably the most metal thing that I have ever done. But you know what? My nose is almost completely central, and I didn't need any surgery. I just couldn't wear my glasses for a year because it freaking hurt. And yeah, I mean, contouring just sort of helps create that illusion that it is near perfect. Um, so yeah, that's my story. Hope you enjoyed. So I go in to do my eyebrows here and then realize, maybe I should pluck them. So I'm just brushing them out here with a spoolie, and then I get someone off screen to bring me my purse so that I can pluck my eyebrows. Do, 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 do. It's sort of hard to pluck your own eyebrows when your eyesight is as bad as mine. Like, I don't have short vision or long vision, I just have astigmatism, which means that your eyeballs don't really focus properly. My left eye is better, but my right eye is pretty bad now, so yeah, this sucks. Okay, back and the brows are done, and going in with the Colourpop blush in the color Vogue. So I believe I heard from Angelica Nyqvist, if I'm saying that correctly. Um, she swears by the Colourpop blushes. So I'm like, yes, I need some blushes because I don't have any. Excuse me, I just need to let this cat out. So yes, I'm actually very happy with it. I did get all three blushes from the Dark Bloom collection. I believe this one, Vogue, is paired with the Baroque palette, and it's a lovely plum. It's not too dark, and it's very easy to build up or make it as sheer as you like. And I'm enjoying sort of like going center face up into my temple. And excuse me being off center, but at least my full face is in vision for once, and I'm not getting cut off at the chin. And also, sorry, you can see my lips talking to someone else off site. So I believe this is where I start applying the Space Age Prophecy highlighter. Excuse me for not displaying it on screen. I was slightly in a rush by this point. Um, and it is hard to see on screen, but it is divine, and I'm having a lot of fun using it. because it is a shift between peach and green, there's a lot of color colors that it can go with, and I find that it matches my skin tone great because I do have orange. I mean, I have olive skin, so the green matches me wonderfully, but also I have quite pink cheeks. Like I naturally have quite rosy cheeks, so the peach comes in great there as well.
There you go. Shiny boy. Oh, you poor baby, you gotta breathe on your own.
I know.
Kitty.
But I'm not looking at it.
Sorry about that. That was my son. He loves watching me apply makeup and play with it, and he was having a look at all my highlights. So I put some on his face because he's just such a cutie. So I'm just finishing off my look now with some mascara and eyeliner. That's my son playing with the, ooh, I think Luna Cruiser. Anyway, it's the Lilac Shift highlighter from Kaleidos. And I think that's Comet Catcher, which has the pink shift. I definitely will be doing, you know, using those in new looks coming up. And that's the Mars Melter. So it's the new formula of the Mars Melter, which is like a peachy undertone and a red shift. So I just grabbed the Colourpop gel liner in the color Insomniac. I really love putting this in the waterline. It's just so funky. So I'm trying to be more relaxed in the way I approach these videos because I feel like I'm way too tense. I don't know, it's just like the real me doesn't come through. So I'm trying to just be more chill and talk like the way I normally would to a person. So I hope you like. Please leave feedback if you want. And just here in the inner corner, I am using the Space Age Prophecy highlight to add some oomph, and that's pretty much the whole look done. I did put some lipstick on whilst I was in the car, so I didn't have time to put lipstick on. Literally, the family is already out the door and in the car by this point, and I am rushing to get out. So I hope you liked the video. That was my first ever first impressions of new makeup. Let me know if you want to see more of videos like this. Okay, have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye!